Do you have more money than you know what to do with? I sure do. I have all these worthless singles just hanging around my pocket that I can't even use. Why hold on to them when you could flaunt them around on your hands and tell people, hey, I got more money than you? Well, I'm here to show you today how to make the money ring, which is the perfect way to hold on to your bills and flaunt them around and tell people just, hey, I'm just richer than you. To make this stylish ring, you will need a bill. Any bill would work. You can use a 5, a 10, 20, whatever. You will need a flat surface to make all your folds on so we can have beautiful, accurate, stylish rings. We will also need 2 arms with hands that are functional, that can work. You can or cannot use a pen, whichever you want. This will help us out later once we need to tuck some things in for this bill. So the first thing we want to do when we're making the money ring is we want to make sure that we have the side with the person's face facing up where it is visible. And then we're going to flip it around so the person's head is facing towards us and they look upside down. Now we're going to make our first fold. Now you're only going to fold up towards the person from the bottom up, and make sure that you only fold to where the white stops. So once you see this green, you know you can't fold past that. Now my advice when creasing is to start in the middle and work your way out. That way you have very precise fold. Once you have that, we're going to make a crease where we take the top of this bill facing up, fold it down towards us, down to the end, and you're going to open it back up. And once we open it back up, we're going to fold these 2 sections in half. So you're going to fold this top edge down to the middle. You're going to fold this top end into the middle of the second half, and then finally we're going to fold it one more time, and we're going to tuck it under this little flap that we made from the first fold. So you might want to open that up a little and then fold it in and fold that back on top. So as of right now, what we're going to have is something that looks like this, where there's 2 numbers on both sides and margins on each end, and this is roughly going to be the width of your ring. I know it's pretty wide, but it'll do because you'll look good in it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the left side of our bill where it has the 1 and the margin on the left. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this margin back until we cannot see the white showing anymore. Now you want to make this fold very neat because we don't want to see anything sticking out of the sides. So something along this would do fine, and then we're going to crease it down again. It's going to be a lot of creasing. And then we should have something like this where the number is showing. Now with singles, you see this little cutoff part right here where there's that little web, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold down that web so we shape the number in a little square. And now you're going to fold it back behind it, so we fold the margin back behind the number. Now we're going to fold the number back along this little strip, and we should have something that looks like this now. Okay, now here's where this gets a little tricky. What we're going to do now is we're going to pinch the number that we have here between our thumb and our pointer finger. So the thumb is going to go on top of the number that is folded back behind the bill, and our pointer finger is going to be pinching it from this side of the bill. We're going to twist the rest of this bill around our pointer finger clockwise. So the number is still facing forward. We're going to spin it, and we're going to twist it around our finger and keep twisting it until there's nothing left. And it should look like this on your finger. Once you get that down, you're going to want to pinch it a little bit around so it takes the shape. And once you do that, you're going to unroll a little, and you should get something sort of like this, where you have the number and then it's coiled. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this side of the bill up. Now If you have a thinner finger, I would try folding it towards where it says United States. But if you have a little bit of a bigger finger, I would say putting it towards America. For me, I fold it in between the O and the F of. And I fold it up, creating this little slanted angle here that goes from the bottom left up to the top right. And then, after I make that, I'm going to take the folded back number over here, I'm going to bring it around, I'm going to put it on the back of the fold we just made. We're going to open the number up like this, so we can take this part of the bill that's up, sticking up from the up fold we did, we're going to fold it down. Once we fold that down, press it down a little, kind of like roll it out, and then we're going to fold this back down onto that flap that we just folded down. And then once you do that, you could take out this margin that we folded earlier, and you could tuck that underneath that strip that we folded down. Now what you want to do here is you want to pull this strip down so you can get as much of that strip as possible, so it's tight and it will not come loose. Once you have that pulled, what you're going to do is you're going to take this, fold it down, and loop it through the ring. You might want to press down here too, just so you can get it through as much as possible. You're going to want to pull a little bit, and once you're at this point, you have something that looks a little bit like this. Now it's time for the final step. What we're going to do here is we're going to have to tuck this little flap that we have underneath the number, so through this little gap. This is where you might want to use your pen or pencil. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold this down as much as possible. You might want to just tuck this in and use your pen or pencil to just shove it in there. So once you're all finished tucking that in, you should have something that looks like this. And this is the money ring. And now you can show off to all your friends about how wealthy you are and keep money on your hands.
Ooh, that's cool, Liam. Can I buy it?
Sure, $2.
Oh, okay.